Well, I'd like to talk to everybody about the Black Company TV show being developed and some ideas of what can be done with the show, in particular, languages and style. So, part of what's interesting about the way Glenn Cook wrote The Black Company is he described different cities, regions, cultures, languages, and this is reflected in that they come to a place, the place has a very simple name, like Rose. And the jewel cities they call them, and each city has sort of a different jewel or stone that they're named after. Very fascinating idea, and basically reflection of regardless of the language, it's what is the meaning of the place, what is the name of the place. So I think that is an interesting aspect of the show or of the universe created, and since all the different places have languages, and the Black Company, since they travel, since they are this multicultural, multi-ethnic, group that travels and experiences all these different places, I think it makes a lot of sense that, or it to me it makes sense for the languages. Don't make up languages. Use real Earth languages. In particular, since you know Glenn Cook does give explanations and sort of descriptions of these places, how they're economical or like their commercial aspects, like, the economics of the places, even some geography. Uh, yeah, use a language and even a culture that reflects that sort of place and the people you would see. So you don't have to have the like magical language created. No, use a realistic language that you would hear on Earth, and let the people and the place sort of dictate that. Because even Glenn Cook himself wasn't trying to fill his stories was like this language and this way they spoke and this sort of wild different ideas. Like, no, it was sort of things and concepts that any reader would be able to understand and pick up on, because it's very similar to Earth, and so that way it would make sense. This is what the people in the environment is like. So I think just use Earth languages for that, and then that feeds into the style. So uh, the other interesting aspect of the way the first couple stories start out is it's these sort of small um, sort of engagements. Like palace intrigue is the way that could be described of what was the Black Company engaged in at the very beginning. Stories of the first book, and so fighting in cities, things going on involving a you know like factions who were not allied with the or allied against the Black Company. So I think that's just some interesting ideas. Um, yeah, and another idea and concept about style is for the filmmaking. Um, since the way the the books are written, the narrative style is of a journal. I think that that could be something that would be employed as well. You would show different action sequences involving small group of actors, small set pieces. You have a sort of indoor uh, set inside of a building, and then the action that unfolds there. And then whenever like there's a battle that takes place or something, after the fact, the actors can like report in and talk about a situation or the sort of the beginning of each episode. You have a sort of uh, what should we call it? Not a flashback, but like a voiceover sort of narrating, like, oh yeah, this and that happened in the previous episode, which which would be annoying and a bit of a letdown for watchers, because like, oh, an episode can like all this build up for like, yeah, this battle's gonna happen, the army's getting ready, they're gonna fight, and you know whatever the conflict or the struggle, the drama of that episode concludes. All right, episode ends. Beginning of the next episode is here's the resolution of that off-screen conflict that happened. So easy way to film, a little annoying to watch because like oh come on, why aren't you showing us this stuff? But yeah, because of the nature of the story, like yeah, save up the money for the CGI and the big set piece elements that would unfold. So yeah, just some interesting ideas that can be explored for that show. So yeah, looking forward to it.